All right, Blacktree TV, we are here on Writer's Block with author, philanthropist, and just a good all-around person, Miss Daphna Ziman. And we're here to talk about your new novel, The Gray Zone.
I am so excited that number one, that you're interviewing me about the book, and number two, to have this book gain so much attention. I am humbled and really excited about it. I wrote the book because the book is about a foster girl, and it's about how resilient some of our foster children are. And she, at 6 years old, she witnesses her mom's murder, and her father is wrongfully accused of the murder and put in prison, and he dies in prison. And she's thrown into the foster care system, and she's exposed to human trafficking, to abuse, to neglect. And through it all, she's so resilient that she learns how to tap into your most vulnerable spot and how to seduce with her mind. And she learns to be the first identity thief in the country.
Do you know the story going into it? Or is it like telling itself as it's writing? Do you kind of know the parameters of what you're going to write as you go into it? Or is it developing just page by page?
Well, that's an amazing question. You ask amazing questions. Yeah, it's very good question because obviously you have a sketch, you have your architectural plan for the book. Like you're building a house, you're building a book. But like a house, you have the vision, you have the visual of what you want the house to look like. In a book, or at least from my point of view, the story is what compelled me. I have seen so many of these girls in a foster care system. I'm a mother to one. I have learned how amazing these children are and how they have these extra talents. Actually, my daughter is a better writer than I am. At least I believe that so sincerely, because she has a language of her own, and she's gone through so much. I mean, by age 5, she was already in a whole bunch of foster homes, so those experiences, don't go away. They're there. And if you are creating from them, they're very real. So for me, it was tapping into things inside of me that I could bring into the character. And, I have gone through a lot in my life. So I was really happy to be able to kind of like say, is my character feeling like this? Is this what she would think? And all of this kind of makes you design a story and a book, because you are kind of like creating these people that become your friends.
So is there any upcoming books next, or are you started working?
Yes. I'm writing a book right now. I'm about halfway through. It's called The Final Punch. I'm actually fascinated by Al Capone and that whole era, because it seems to me that America is the land of immigrants, and if you really look at the immigrant situation right now and how we're treating immigrants, to me it was fascinating to go back and see how we treated immigrants then, and it was actually no different. The immigrants came from all over the world, and they were basically used or slaved economically and abused in many ways, and yet they came because of the Statue of Liberty that told them all, give me your poor and your huddled, as long as they believe in freedom. And they didn't find the kind of freedom, but they had to fight for it. And in the process of fighting for freedom, they all dropped into world. America was a very thirsty nation at that point. And you know all the reality of alcohol and how alcohol was forbidden. And Al Capone and his gang took advantage of a very thirsty nation. And in it there were the burlesque houses and all the colorful characters of the Roaring Twenties. And to me, that era of America and the world is fascinating, particularly in New York and Chicago.
Well, I can't wait to read this novel and this next one that you're penning and whatever else you have coming. It seems like you have a very creative and inspired mind. So
Thank you so much.